Today we're going to be talking about complex fractions. A complex fraction is a fraction that contains a fraction. In our first example, you see a fraction. There's the larger fraction bar, and then you see two fractions inside of it. So this is a complex fraction because it's a fraction that has a fraction, or in this case, two fractions inside of it. To solve, we're going to use the steps 1, 2, and 3 over here. Let me grab a pen. Step 1 says convert both the numerator and the denominator to fractions. The numerator needs to be a fraction and the denominator needs to be a fraction. In this example, you are already given a numerator and a denominator that are fractions, so step 1 we don't really have to complete. Number 2, change out the fraction bar, that's supposed to represent a fraction bar, for the other division symbol. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out this fraction bar and we're going to replace it with a division symbol. This is where I have a lot of students make a mistake. So it reads over here 1/2 divided by 2/3. You say 1/2 first, so over here you write 1/2 first. You say 2/3 second, so the 2/3 is the fraction that goes on the right side. One other way to remember this is this fraction is in the numerator, this fraction is in the denominator. So the numerator goes here, the denominator goes here, and the operation in between is division. And then, usually in class I'll say, nod that you understand. So N-O-D, nod. It's just one way that you can try to remember that it's the numerator first, then the denominator. I'm going to just write this again, 1/2 divided by 2/3, because I need to write something different above it. So I've changed out the fraction bar for the division symbol, and now I'm moving on to step 3. We use the keep change reciprocal method. Do you remember when we were dividing fractions and we used this picture to help us remember what to do? At this point, all we're doing is what you've done before. You're dividing a fraction. So we can use the same method that we already learned. We keep the first fraction, so that stays 1/2. We change the division symbol to multiplication, and then you record the reciprocal of 2/3, and the reciprocal of 2/3 is 3/2. From here, since it's multiplication now, we can just multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators, and we get a result of 3/4. Our final answer here is 3/4.